Hi Stampers, this is Kim at Great Inspiration. I want to welcome you to my channel today. If you are new to my channel and you would like, please subscribe. There's a subscribe button right below the video. Also, in the description of this video, you will find all the information about the cards I'm going to show you today. All the measurements for cutting, all the supplies I used, all of that will be on my blog at greatinspirations.blogspot.com, but all of that will be in the description. So let's go on and see what cards I have for you today. Sale-a-bration is coming to an end. It began on the 5th of January and it will end on Sunday, the 28th of February, 2021. And here's our Sale-a-bration brochure. The other day on my blog, I featured the stamp sets that were available during Sale-a-bration. Today, I thought I would share the Designer Series paper, or the DSP, that is available. It's not too late. For a $50 order, you can choose an item from this brochure for free. And there are a couple of items that require a $100 order, and then you can choose one of those for free. So let's just take a peek at the Designer Series paper. This first one is called Paper Blooms. Let's see, the next one right here is the Oso Ombre, and it's 6 by 6. The Paper Blooms was 12 by 12. And then we have the Flower and Field. I believe this is my favorite. It's 12 by 12. And then there is the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper. And that comes in a bundle with the Berry Blessing stamp set, and that's for a $100 order. So there are the Designer Series papers. And here's a few cards I made using them. This card, thank you. This is using the Oso Ombre. And then this one is also the Oso Ombre, and it's in the Bermuda Bay. This is the Blackberry Bliss. And then with the Paper Blooms, made this one. And then again with the Paper Blooms, I made this one. So I'm going to show you how I assembled this card in just a little bit, but we'll move these for right now. And then I'll show you some of the other cards. Happy birthday. This is with the Berry, this is Berry Delightful. And happy birthday. Thinking of you. And happy anniversary wishes. The happy anniversary wishes came from the stamp set, A Wish for Everything. And I just added a little of the blueberries inside and out. This I'm not sure. Yes, I did. These are from Happy Thoughts, the stamp set Happy Thoughts that is in the mini catalog. Oh, nothing in there. And the thank you, again from the Happy Thoughts, and the happy birthday, and I did put something in there, again from the Happy Thoughts stamp set. And I will show you how to put this card together. Actually, let's do that one first. We're going to need, well, we will need the Stampin Blends alcohol marker in Flirty Flamingo Dark, but we don't need that right yet. Right now we need to get out the card pieces. I'm going to have just a regular card base. That's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded. Then we're going to need 2 pieces of the Flower and Field Designer Series paper, and they're each 4 inches long, but this one is 2 inches wide, and this one is 2 1/4 inches wide. If you would like, you can cut them both at 2 inches, but for my purposes, I like that little wiggle room, because we're going to kind of put them together like that and put this over the middle. And then for the inside, you'll want a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I've stamped it with the Happy Thoughts, a sentiment from the Happy Thoughts stamp set with the Flirty Flamingo ink. And then we're also going to need a sentiment to put on the front. And this is the Hi There Friend from the Darling Donkey stamp set, which is in the Sale-a-bration Brochure. And then I used the Tailor Tag punch to punch out the basic white piece and the basic black piece. And then what I did was, oh, let me get my snips. I simply cut the darker color. In this case, this is the Blackberry Bliss, but on the card we're going to put together, it's basic black. I just put some adhesive on the back, line them up, and there you have a nice little mat for your sentiment piece. Okay, so let's put this card together. This is very simple, but I like it. It's a design I go to a lot. Let me get my little silicone craft sheet, and we'll get some Stampin' Seal. Put a little on here, hold it on. Let's see here. There we go. So the inside's finished. Over that crease one time with a bone folder a little bit. Now we need, for this I usually put the wider one, the 2 1/4 inch. I'm going to do that first. Attach it to the card first. Hopefully I can line this up just so. There we go. Now we'll use the piece that's 4 inches by 2 inches. See, they overlap a little bit. I kind of like that because it gives me, like I said, some wiggle room in case I don't line them up just perfectly. And we're going to take this black strip, which is 1/2 inch wide by 4 inches long. And just line it up. There we go. Now I have the Hey There Friend that we'll put on here. And you can center it, you can put it to the side. I think I'm going to put it to the side. And as you can see, I have my black dimensionals on here. I couldn't find my regular size black dimensionals until after I'd already done this. So I just used the mini ones. Just take the backings off here, hopefully. That one doesn't want to come off. There we go. Just kind of put this over to the side. And then I wanted something to kind of, jazz it up a bit. So I took the rhinestones, basic jewels rhinestones, and I just decided, well, you know what, I'll color them. And that's where the Stampin Blends marker comes in. I simply took the dark one. The dark usually works better than the lighter ones in most colors. And all I had to do was go over it. Just go right over the rhinestone, and then I did it a second time. Just make sure everything was covered. Now we'll just take these off of here. Use my snips. I'll use this one. It should be, oops, went away. This one up here. Be there. Be there. And there we go. There's our card. Hey there, friend. Just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. So there's that one. And now we'll make one like this. And basically what this is a 5 by 3 1/4 layer, but I just doubled it and turned it into a gatefold card. And then I just adhered it to a regular size. Well, it's not card base, it's a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, but it's the size of an A2 card, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then the designer series paper that layers it is 4 by 5 1/4. So we'll make this next one, and we're going to bring in all kinds of things. As you can see, we're going to use the Stampin Blends markers again for the epoxy drops. These are the frosted epoxy drops that are in the annual catalog, and I just colored them with the Stampin Write marker in Grainy Apple Green. But for this card, we're going to need, as I said, a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then a piece of the designer series paper that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we'll need another piece of cardstock that is, let's see, 7 1/2 by 5. And then we're going to score it at 1 7/8 and 5 5/8. And we're going to just fold these in. Over with the bone folder. And then we're also going to need, well, these two pieces are, let's see, 1 7/8 by 5 5/8. And they fit right there. And then you'll need something for a greeting. I have used Happy Birthday, which is again from the Happy Thoughts stamp set, but I cut this out with the stitched shapes, dies, the circles, the largest and the next largest. So let's put this card together. We'll start with this base. Oops. There we go. It's very sticky. I like this adhesive. It sticks really well. Now if you want the lighter, because this is ombre, if you want the lighter at the top or the dark, it doesn't matter. It's totally up to you. Let's see if I can get this somewhat centered on there. And now we'll bring this piece in, the gatefold piece. I'm just going to kind of center it. There we go. Put some adhesive on the back of this piece. And then I like to kind of fold that down. You can sort of line them up really well. Just makes it easier. There we go. Turn this up. Oh, let's make sure. Put that in it. Let's flip this over. There goes my little backing from the dimensional. There we go. And now I need to put the center, the inside. Line this up inside and kind of center it. And there, that part's finished. And now we want to put the greeting on. And we will only be putting adhesive on this side. So what I tend to do is I flip this over, and then I get a pencil and I make a very light pencil line. Bring in the adhesive. Oh, got a stringy one there. There we go. And then if you want, you can definitely erase that mark, but of course my eraser is nowhere to be found right now. Oh, there it is. It's quite light. I don't know that it would even be seen, but we'll erase it. Get our card. Kind of like to, it's about where I want it. Before I press it down, I'll make sure, see, it's wasn't quite right, was it? Just make sure, yep, all the adhesive is hidden. There we go. Now let's take our little epoxy drops here. I'll bring back in my snips. Put one here. A couple more. Maybe there. There you go. Happy birthday. So like I said, the Designer Series papers that are in the Sale-a-bration catalog will be gone after Sunday, the 28th of February. There's those cards. Oh, I forgot there's this one. And then we have Flower on Field. That's the berries. More berries, more berries, more flowers, and more berries. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And as I said earlier, the measurements and all the other information about these cards will be on my blog. Until next time, Stampers, Stamp happy!